Okay, Mark, tell
You tell them.
them. Hi, I'm Marshall Sorokwasz, and I'm the CEO of TST Impreso. And I started the company some 50 years ago here in Dallas. We actually moved from downtown or midtown Dallas to this location in Coppell, Texas about 45 years ago. And we built a plant and started manufacturing computer paper, and we kind of built the business from there. But technology started replacing computer paper, so we got into other products, got into small rolls, we got into engineering rolls, we got into copy paper, we got into all other different types of paper products. And today we have 5 paper conversion plants around the country: East Coast, West Coast, Florida, Chicago, and Dallas. And those plants basically take big rolls of paper and make products out of them. And we make somewhere in the area of 3,000 plus different paper products. So we make paper for people like Staples. Staples label on the box, and when you go into Staples, you buy paper, it says Staples, but we make that for them. And we do the same for Office Depot. We do the same for, it goes on, Sam's, and we do the same for, who are some of our bigger accounts? Walmart, yeah. What's the big, Amazon is probably our biggest internet account. I don't know if you call it internet, but
Online retailer.
yeah. In that paper area, we do somewhere in the area of 1,500 orders a day. So we do them here in Dallas, we do them in Chicago, or we do them in Florida. Geographically, we're probably located better than anybody else in our business. So it cuts down on the cost of freight because our plants are close to the market that we serve. A lot of the companies that we compete against in various different segments just have one plant in central U.S. and they've got to ship to the East Coast, they've got to ship to the West Coast. We make it on the East Coast, we make it on the West Coast, so it makes us more efficient by 8 or 10% and just freight alone. So we've survived where a lot of our competition has failed. I think at one time we had 22 or 24 national competitors in the computer paper business. Today we have one. The market has changed drastically. Technology has taken that business away, and we have gotten in other businesses to make up for it. That's where we started in the paper business, and somewhere along the line, I got a little bit interested in the water business. I had a partner who lived up in Arkansas, and I said, keep your eye open for some land in the spring, and if we find something, let me know. And a couple years later, he said, we found something. We found a piece of property up there and tested the water, and the water was good. I went to the board of directors and said, I think we should go into the water business and to accompany our paper business, because the volumetrics are very much the same as paper. So a pallet of water, pallet of paper weigh the same. If customers are using less paper, we can fill those trucks with water and nobody knows the difference, but we're still very efficient at our distribution. And our distribution is probably the best in our industry nationwide, so it's worked pretty well for us. When we started the water business, that was like...
When I went up there to build the plant, my daughter was 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
So she's 22 now.
Yeah, so anyway, we started some time ago. We've had the property for 26 years, so somewhere in that area. And at the same time, we needed somebody to run the business, and Mark had been working. He started out in the warehouse pushing a broom, and then he went into sales, and then he went into whatever, and then he went off to college, and then he came back and he went to work. And he is the one that developed how we bottle water in that plant, and probably 90% of the reason that we're successful up there. He's done a great job of developing that business. We've got a long way to go, but he's done an excellent job of kind of taking over that segment of the business. And we're just very pleased with where we find ourselves today. Our future is as bright as we make it, you know? So we're continuing to work very hard at bringing the business up to the level we expect it to be.
So I was actually doing sales at a paper company. My dad came into my office and said, learn as much as you can about water. So I did a ton of research, probably 2 years worth of research. Got a machine integrator, got plans for the building, went up to Arkansas. Almost 2 years building the plant, installing the machinery, starting it from nothing. It was basically a scenario, build it and the customers will come. But we were going to plan on selling to our distributor network that we already had through the paper business. Back in the day, there were a bunch of forms distributors. We had about 3,500 of them that also did custom forms. So they were already in the business of getting approved, doing a proof approval, doing custom work. As technology increased, like he said, these stock forms became obsolete with the color laser printer. So all of these forms distributors, I would say 80% of them moved into the promotional products world. We had a built-in customer base that was going into the promotional products world. So after we built the plant, we just started heavily marketing to our existing customer base, which, one of our largest customers was a company called American Business Forms. And they changed their name when they got into the promotional products world to American Solutions for Business, which is now one of the largest promotional products distributors in the country. So we just kind of morphed into that, and then we started focusing more on, large national retailers, kind of regional convenience stores, that nature, and then heavily into the promotional products world. So that's about it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
In a few words.
See where you get it.